Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I want to share with you guys a post. I just shared it in my Find Yourself group that kicked off Monday. So some of you guys might be in there, but I love this post so much because it's so true. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit more. Mason's staring at me across the table, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about this hunger game that we play with ourselves a lot. So, here's a scenario. You're planning to eat really healthy and you get to the restaurant, and what happens? You find yourself starving. Like, you're so hungry. Okay, this was me last night. Texas Roadhouse is a perfect example. I waited too long to eat in between meals. So it had been several hours. I usually eat about every 2 hours, and so it had been probably closer to 4, and I was really hungry, and I gave in to the rolls. You know how that goes, right? Those Texas Roadhouse rolls are pretty good. But at 227 calories per roll, not including that cinnamon butter that's so good, really, really adds up. So what do you do to overcome that? So a couple things you can do. One of my favorite things to do, I don't know if it's a favorite thing, but one of the things I like to do, I'm shedding here, hold on. One of the things I like to do is plan ahead. Go into it with a game plan. If it's a restaurant you go to quite often, most likely you know most of the meal plans there. You know most of the foods there. So at Texas Roadhouse, Jesse and I always split the kebabs. We always I get the house salad with their Italian dressing, and he sometimes will get a sweet potato on the side. Of course, it's loaded with brown sugar, marshmallows, and butter, and all the works. So we just kind of know. He eats the bed of rice that it's on. We split the kebab in half, and that's just how it goes. So, if I was really going to be really, really good, I would shoot for something a little bit differently. I would look at the menu ahead of time, see what it is that I want to eat. What are some things that you've eaten there before? If you want to eat a salad, just be mindful of all those toppings because they really, really add up. I remember having a salad at Cheddar's it was in Springfield a couple years ago. It was when I was It was when I was doing Weight Watchers, and you get so many points a day. And I was so excited because I was doing really good, and we went out to eat, and I had a salad, and it was so good. I mean, it was the salad was literally like, the bowl was like this big. It was huge, and it was so yummy. It had like a nice vinegary dressing, some good wontons, that stuff. So afterwards, I had gotten to the car, and I tracked my salad. Well, come to find out, it was the full points that I get for the whole day. So if you're familiar with Weight Watchers system at all, I got 27 points a day, and it literally was 27 points for this salad. So lesson learned, and I'm still learning this lesson, but lesson is track or look it up before you go in. We all have smartphones. I don't know if you don't have a smartphone, then you should get one because they're really cool. But look it up before you go. Menus are out there. Like, if a restaurant doesn't have a menu, there's like Urban Spoon. They have all kinds of different menus, so there's no excuses for you to go in unprepared. So you go into it and you figure out what you're going to eat. Pretty simple, right? Simple. So what happens when you actually get there? You have best laid plans. You can have 2, and that's it. He's fighting me for donuts. Not fighting, but asking. So anyway, best laid plans. You're going to get yourself a salad. It's going to be 350 calories. So you're even going to have, a sweet potato. There's another 150 calories. You're going to skip the butter because sweet potatoes are freaking good. You don't even need butter on them. They're so good. So anyway, all right, you're all set. About 550 calories for dinner. You're ready to go. You're ready to rock this. It's one yellow, and you're gonna have your greens and your oranges because all of your containers. That's what what you're getting. So we're gonna leave here in 3 minutes. So I'm on a timer here. So what do? You get there, best laid plans. The rolls are set in front of you, and you're hungry because you haven't eaten in a while. This is a problem. So what we need to do, make sure you're just eating every few hours. For emergency situations, what do us women do when we have emergency situations? You know what I'm talking about? We have stuff in our purse for us, right? We have stuff to save us, to cover our butts, literally and figuratively. So what do? Throw in some sort of a protein bar you like that is low glycemic. I have Cliff Bars in my purse right now. They are not ideal because they are about 230 calories, but in the event that unforeseen circumstances happen and I'm stuck in the ER for 7 hours, they're going to at least tide me over for a little bit. I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. Knock on some wood here. But, have yourself a backup plan. Don't go in and just be completely like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to have. I haven't eaten since, breakfast time, because that's not real. People, you got to eat. You got to eat, and you got to eat every few hours. So that's step one. Step two is the rules aren't that good. They're good, but they're not that good. So myself and another one of my friends who was also at Texas Roadhouse had the rolls. They weren't as good as we thought they would be. It was not worth the extra 350 calories. Totally guarantee you it was not worth it. I felt like crap. I couldn't even walk out of the restaurant. I was in so much pain. It was so bizarre. Anyway, that's for another conversation. So a couple other things to do. Start getting your water. So when you're sitting there and you're really hungry and you're trying not to eat these appetizers, believe me, you can do this. You can go to a restaurant and not eat the bread on the table. And you know what? You're going to be a little bit more proud of yourself afterwards too. We've got 1 minute left. So drink a lot of water throughout the day. When you sit down, also start chugging some water. Just drink it. You should at least try to have at least a full glass by the time you sit down before your meal gets there. That's going to help you at least feel a little bit fuller from your food. Also, another thing to do is eat half of your food. Like when you get your plate, most of the time these portions are huge. So when you get your plate of food, just go ahead and cut it in half, portion it in half. If you get a chicken breast, chicken breasts are supposed to really be about this big, or the palm of your hand. If it's bigger than that, cut it in half. If it's the size of the palm of your hand, cut it in half. You're going to be surprised at how actually satisfied you can get from eating. Do you have everything you need for football? Get everything on, okay? You got your pants and your shoes and your gloves and your water jug. I'll fill your water jug up here in about 37 seconds. So cut your food in half. Just portion it out. Sometimes I know people went ahead and got a to-go box right when they order their food, and they actually put half of it in there and put it off to the side so they can take it home with them. That's another option if that works for you. A lot of people also take their forks, and instead of dipping it into the dressings or into the or instead of dipping their food into the condiments, which is my favorite thing to do, you dip your fork into the condiment instead, because you don't get as much, but you still get the flavor, in your mouth. So another option. So just the thing is, and the thing that we're trying to get you to do is think ahead, be forward thinking. Think about how you're going to feel after you eat whatever you're going to eat, and just be mindful. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. This is like the biggest thing that I'm trying to work on personally. Planning ahead. The last thing I want to mention is if you are having a cheat meal, it is an official cheat meal, which technically a cheat meal is one meal, one time a week, and it is for you to have a cheat. So you eat something that you don't normally eat. You have your water, buddy? Okay. So if you're having a cheat meal, skip the salad. Save yourself the 300 to 400 calories that you were probably going to have with the croutons and the cheese and the eggs and the dressing, and skip it. Have yourself a genuine cheat meal and enjoy yourself. I need to practice this a little bit more. My cheat meal was a grilled chicken salad this weekend. So just be mindful of that. So I'm going to head out here, take my little guy to football, and I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you have a good night. Enjoy your dinner if you haven't had it yet, and enjoy your workout if you haven't done it yet, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.